Usually after the halving, there's this consolidation period, down 20%, chopping around, the usual stuff. And then it starts gathering, and then it goes crazy. In summer, what we find is liquidity increases. This is global liquidity, not US liquidity, global liquidity. So in summer, liquidity starts increasing. Obviously, 2020, because of the pandemic, it went bananas. But 2016, 2012, these were good periods for liquidity. And guess what? Crypto, technology, they all rose. Then you get into fall. Fall is often when the real fireworks happen. Liquidity keeps pumping and then eventually tops out into winter. That's when you get the corrections, the crypto down cycles. So we've got the best two parts of the cycle to come. Obviously, the best entry was at the bottom of winter. That's when I was buying Solana, Ethereum, all back then. And then I've obviously switched around. So I'm pretty much 100% Solana right now, outside of small meme stuff and other bits and pieces. Because Solana, the Solana Bitcoin cross chart, Solana ETH cross chart looks so compelling that I'm like, if my job here is to make as much money as possible, I'm just going to own the thing that I think is going to go up the most.
In every single crypto cycle following a Bitcoin halving, contrary to popular belief, we don't see an immediate supply shock with prices skyrocketing. Instead, we experience a choppy period of consolidation where prices typically drop by about 20%. Gradually, crypto starts to build momentum before making a significant upward move. This is the latest update from macroeconomic expert and Real Vision founder Raoul Pal. In his recent video update to investors, he highlighted the seasons of global liquidity and indicated that the best periods are still ahead. According to Pal, we are entering macro summer and macro fall, both of which are expected to bring the parabolic moves we're familiar with in crypto. Pal's message is straightforward: don't overcomplicate things. We know what's coming, and your main task is to not mess it up. Make sure to watch until the end of the video, where Pal explains why he believes there are at most 6 years left for investors to achieve life-changing wealth before technology drastically changes the landscape.
Stop. You don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
Don't fuck this up is the key mantra. When you've got a liquidity cycle ahead of you like this, please take advantage of it. The next part of that is the NASDAQ. Maybe you're not crypto people, but God, tech does well in crypto summer. We had an astonishing year last year with long tech all year, astonishingly good year in tech, and it's only going to get crazier. And I'll talk about tech a lot later when I'm talking about where this is all going and why you've only got 6 years to save yourselves before the world gets a little crazy. But in tech, it is fall that is the big period. The later part of the season is when it goes really bananas. That's after the election. This is the same as the election cycle. The election years are in yellow, then the post-election years, that tends to happen. So liquidity is going to pump into the system. It's going to come from different measures. I'm sure there's going to be questions about this in the chat on Real Vision, realvision.com. If you've not gone there, I'm not going to talk to you ever again. If you do come across realvision.com, I'll say hi, and I'll be very grateful. And it's free, and I'm there to ask some questions. Okay, NASDAQ, crypto, because you're all crypto junkies. And the reason you're crypto junkies is it makes more money than anything else. I get it. That's the point. That's the point of investing, is to make as much money as possible. So yellow tends to be, in the summer, tends to be decent. But there's been 2 cycles where fall was bananas, total bananas. And then you had the last fall in 2021, which was less so. It's because the liquidity came earlier in 2020. So we don't know how it's going to play out, but this is how it should play out. Here's a chart from Exponential Age Asset Management, which is my fund of hedge funds. So it's an asset management firm that invests in the world's best hedge funds to capture this trend of going from $2.5 billion, where the market cap is now, to 10 trillion, where 10 to 15 trillion where it is this cycle, and then to 100 trillion where I think it goes by, let's say 2032, 2034, something like that. This is going to be the biggest, largest, fastest accumulation of wealth in all human history. And that's why I keep saying don't fuck this up. That's why I have a long-term time horizon. That's why I don't trade around this. Just let it do its job. So here's when we talk about doing its job. So we look at the bottom, the highest return section and the lowest return section. So out of the 3 years, crypto spring, macro spring, summer, and fall, crypto is the best performing asset in the world, bar none. In the next year, in fall, it's the worst performing asset. Okay, so that's what you get. But when you look at the accumulative returns, NASDAQ since 2011 has done 769%. That's amazing, 17% a year. Well, Bitcoin's done 20 million percent at 139% annualized. Ethereum, 324% at 146% annualized. And Solana, which is a shorter history, 8,300% at 203% annualized. These are bonkers. These are bonkers returns, considering in the middle of those, you've had several down 80% corrections, which is why even the big corrections, how terrible they are, they're all noise. If you just hold on, you're generating between 140 and 200% a year. I mean, Solana's at 240% and it went down 94% in 2022. That's how good this asset is. It's an alien asset class. And I know I bleat up a lot about it, and a lot of you are still not yet comfortable with it, but I can't help you anymore that I'm trying to help you to see what this is. It's a fucking gift. It's the greatest gift we've ever been given. So here's the final thing. This is the banana zone. Why it's called the banana zone is because the chart A looks like a banana and B, everything goes bananas. And that comes after the halving, after this consolidation, it does this. Will it be identical? Is 300 grand the price target? Whatever. I don't know, but it will go bananas unless something dramatic changes. And I do an enormous amount of work on this in Global Macro Investor. And you should, is this chart up on the screen? I'm not sure it is. Okay. Okay. I think I've got a delay. And so I do an enormous amount of work. There's literally thousands of pages of research from Julian Bittel and myself on this. So this is not just some flippant comments. We'd see liquidity rising going forwards. There's sources of liquidity everywhere, from the Fed cutting rate, from the Treasury draining the general account, to the Fed cutting QT, to potentially the Treasury offering some liquidity provisions to China so they can manage the debt deflation. They're starved of dollars. Something with Japan, who also needs dollars because there's their currency's been collapsing. There is a lot of opportunities. The Europeans are going to cut rates. The UK are going to cut rates. There's a lot of opportunity for liquidity. The Fed may, let's say, spin up a special purpose vehicle to get rid of commercial real estate from the banks. Who knows? But the cowbell is coming. Listen out for it. It's already started. So the banana zone is all cowbell and markets going parabolic. So hopefully that gives you some understanding of what I think lies ahead. Will it be perfect? No. Does it chop around here for another month or two? Could do. Does it finish? If I look at the previous cycles, two of them ended in the third week of May, the consolidation, and then went. And the other one was July 2020. But 2020 was weird because we had the pandemic in the middle. It was kind of a screwy cycle. So, I don't know, it's close. They all look like they're making perfect wedge patterns, all of that. Everything else seems good. What's also great about macro summer and fall is that you can basically take any asset, it's going to go up. So all commodities, those of you who love commodities, copper's done well, it'll go up. Gold will go up. Oil eventually will do. Doesn't feel great right now. Oil stocks will, mining stocks will, all cyclical plays will. Tech stocks, semiconductors, they all do phenomenally well. Crypto does. So you can be the moron, which is a nice way to be in markets. Nobody wants to try and overthink stuff. And pretty much anything you buy will go up. But some things will go up more than others. That's how I look at the world. Everything's fucking correlated. Everything. The everything code cycle of the 4-year debt refi cycle means that everything gets correlated. A few assets lead, crypto and tech. Others follow the business cycle. The business cycle's bottoming, so they all bottom. But they're all correlated. Everything's correlated. So for me, I like to keep everything really moronically simple. if everything's correlated, then there is no such thing as diversification. In fact, I made a big presentation to a big family office network, to lots of very famous US gigantically wealthy families, and my presentation is diversification is dead. And I just said, listen, so all you do if that's the case, you just look at all the charts, and we got to, hey, the best performing stock market in the world is the NASDAQ, isn't it amazing? Technology, you all get technology. And they're like, yeah, okay, we're investing in this. We can see the AI revolution, the robots and everything else. We get it, technology. I'm like, yeah. Divide the NASDAQ chart by Bitcoin, and NASDAQ is down 99.93%. I'm like, you're in the wrong asset. It's as simple as that. It's a supermassive black hole. So anyway, enough boring you on crypto. Let's talk a bit about... No, actually, let's just finish up on crypto. It is really important to me, when I set up this whole thing for Real Vision, to guide people through this massive transition. This transition into a new system, where the old system is broken. We're forced to speculate. The system is rigged against us. Asset prices keep going up, wages don't go up. Everybody's polarized, everybody hates each other. You throw in immigration, global trade, you throw in aging populations, you throw in AI, robotics, right? This is not easy for anybody. And everybody just feels like it's out of their control. And I get it, but you've been given the gift. Crypto is the gift. And all you have to do is not fuck this up.
Here are Raoul Pal's latest insights into the crypto cycles. Understanding the macro seasons is crucial for any investor and should be studied carefully. The key takeaway is to avoid overcomplicating things. As we move into periods where parabolic moves are expected, your main job is to stay focused and not mess it up. For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these 2 awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.